I wanted to be a fashion designer or work in makeup or hair or something, and my parents didn't let me do it.
You and I have so much in common.
Really?
I wanted to go to fashion too. My mom didn't let me. I'm going to pay for you to go to college, but it's not going to be fashion. It's going to be business. I don't want to go to business, but then I found marketing. I always wanted to be an artist too. And
look at what we ended doing. When I met my husband, he was the one who supported me 100% since the very beginning. We decided to invest this as a career, and that's how I started. We have so many emails asking us for skip the trial, and we don't have that option. It's part of the package. It will give you peace for the wedding day. These are clients that are paying thousands of dollars. No, you respect the client. Everybody deserves the very best. For Estee Lauder, I'm part of education team worldwide. I teach the beauty advisors and the makeup artists, and we do different educational videos. We did a campaign for the new double wear. We are the models. Can you imagine that? Always look for somebody that makes you feel the most important person, not them. Somebody have to manage me, because if not, I would do this for free, because I enjoyed so much.
Behind every beautiful wedding is a story worth preserving. Hi, I'm your host, Andrea, founder of the nation's premier bouquet preservation studio. Through building that company, I've had a front row seat to thousands of weddings and the incredible professionals behind them. On Bridal Club, I bring you conversations with the experts shaping today's weddings. It's for couples planning their perfect day and the pros who make it happen. Welcome to the club, to Bridal Club.
Bienvenidos a Bridal Club. We're going to do this one in Spanish. I'm just kidding. But I do actually have Vero Verdaguer, who I really want to do this in Spanish one day with. But I am so excited to have her here. She is the queen of makeup, the queen of bridal, everything, fashion too. And let's just agree that when you look good, you feel good. And sometimes when you're not feeling that great, doing your hair and makeup actually makes you feel better as well. Vero has a lot of experience in bridal and fashion. And I'm just so excited to dive in and listen to her story and how she got where she is today. Vero, thank you so much for being here today.
Oh, thank you so much, Andrea. Those were such a kind word. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so happy to be here, honestly. An honor.
I am so excited that you are here as well. I toured you toured my studio with me earlier, and I want to tour yours as well. We spoke about everything that we do, like the processes, the craftsmanship, the things that people don't actually get to see. The team, which is so crucial. So I am just so excited to dive in. And the first question that I have for you is, before starting back on your story and how you got started, I really want you to tell our audience where you are today and who you are, for those that may not necessarily recognize the face yet.
Well, I'm Vero Verdaguer. I'm global pro artist for a very big brand. I don't know if I'm able to say the brand.
Yes.
For Estee Lauder, representing America. I'm one of the 6 global artists worldwide, which is very, very, very honorable. I'm also the owner of Bridal Pro Studio, which I manage 17 artists, which from those 17, I have 6 amazing team leads. They are absolutely great. And also we do have another business adventures with my husband. So I like numbers, I like makeup, but I also love to be around people. So you can find on me different worlds in one person.
Yes, absolutely. I think that's why I connected so well with you. First of all, we met through WIPA.
Yeah.
You and your team were providing makeup for us, and oh my gosh, what a treat. I love that so much. And I got to talk to you and your team, and seeing the quality of people that you got on your team is just so crucial. And I don't know if people understand how crucial that is, honestly. If you're a bride listening to this, the people behind the team truly makes the experience entirely different.
100%.
And you have been able to select each individual team member to make who Bridal Pros are today.
Yes,
so,
they are.
Yeah.
They I have mentioned this a few times before, but my team leads, they were mainly my students. And
oh, wow.
Yes, all of them. I saw potential. I started working with some of them 9 years ago when I just started my bridal business. And from there, I have learned so many great artists that are also part of my team. So yeah, I saw the potential in them, but also the quality of people they are. You know, you need that in your team. You need people not just talented, but also responsible, kind, that kind of people that is going to go, the extra mile
100%.
for your team and also for them, because it's also their name, right? So yes, I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, as you should. The skill can be taught. The culture is so hard. Like if somebody
Correct.
is not, oh my gosh, if it's not in line with your culture, it's just so difficult. And I feel like once you have both, this is the best way to go.
And they will never feel part of the team.
Exactly.
They will never feel part of the team. And you want somebody that, yes, you want the company to grow, but also you want somebody to help them grow.
Yes.
Right. And it's just about the personality too. So for me, I feel extremely blessed to work along them. They're amazing.
Yeah. That's amazing. I'm so much like you, and I am just so excited to continue to get to know you more. I love my business. I love flower preservation, of course, but I love numbers too, and I love like the business aspect of it. And we were even talking earlier, like your husband is an entrepreneur, mine is too, and I mean we're like always working, but we're just obsessed with the craft.
Yes, and we enjoy it. That's what every time that people ask me, it's like, "Are you tired?" It's like, no, because I really enjoy it. Of course, physically, sometimes you need a break, and you have to have lifestyle balance. That's the key.
Yeah.
Sometimes you will have, when sometimes you won't. That's the reality when you're a business owner.
Yeah.
But when you enjoy what you're doing, you will find not so often that you are, regretting what you're doing. You're actually enjoying, and if you. I also feel super blessed that I work alongside my husband too. So it's like the best of both worlds.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Now take me back to where it started. Like how old were you when you started thinking about maybe this is my career path, or did you just love makeup ever since you were little?
Well, I loved fashion, makeup, patterns, colors, art since I was very little, but I actually wanted to be a fashion designer. That was my thing.
No way.
Yes. And I remember telling to my parents, and back then I received a scholarship for a very good university.
Here?
In Ecuador, in South America.
Okay.
And my parents, they said no.
Oh
they
my
were
God.
like, literally, they say, no, you are not going to be a fashion designer. That's not a real career. That's, yes. But now I'm so grateful that they said that. I ended having a degree in economics and finance and marketing. So I was like, I was a very good student. Some people don't know that. I was a very, very good student. And a career that I usually last 6 years, I did it in 4 because I was so done with numbers that I even asked the principal if I was able to take more classes just in order to finish that career as soon as possible.
Wow.
And that's what I did. I started when I was 17 and then I ended when I was 21. So in 4 years I ended because I didn't enjoy it as much. I was good, but it was not my passion. Yes. So when I met my husband, his family is very into art. His cousins are artists and they even used to own a gallery. Like an art, yes. So they were very into that. And I remember him telling me when we were dating, you're an artist. So what are you doing working on that? And even, finishing school of that. And I remember I laughed and I told him, it's like, I wanted to be a fashion designer or work in makeup or hair or something. And my parents didn't let me do it. And we were dating and he told me, it's okay. When we get married, you're going to do whatever you want.
Oh my God.
Yes. And that's why I use his last name. So in my makeup business, I honor my husband in that way because I have to be very honest. He was the one who supported me 100% since the very beginning. So after that, I took a class. We decided to invest this as a career, because yes, you have to take classes, you have to network with people. And we, living in South America, we even traveled to New York to take classes. And that's how I started. Back in Ecuador, I used to do beauty pageants. I used to do campaigns, and the story was different when I came to the States.
Vero, I kept looking at Vicky, our podcast producer, because you and I have so much in common.
Really?
I wanted to go to fashion too. My mom didn't let me in Mexico. She's like, you're gonna starve, Andrea. Like unless you're like really well connected in Mexico, because the opportunities in Mexico and I'm sure in Ecuador too are not the same as they are in the United States, period. So my mom's like, absolutely not. No. I'm going to pay for you to go to college, but it's not going to be fashion. It's going to be business. So I'm like, business, like I don't want to go to business. But then I found marketing.
So
and marketing is like, so
Yes.
but I always wanted to be an artist too. And I always like, coloring.
And look at what we ended doing. We are here.
That is so nuts. And then I came to the United States and I actually went to school for fashion, but it was complicated. I went to the Art Institute and you know what happened to the Art Institute. So that is so crazy.
It is. It was, when I remember those days, I remember my parents are great. They have support us in every single thing. And now they support me. And when I started my business, they also have supported me so much. But at the very beginning, in that transition, it was shocking for them because my brother is an engineer, my sister is another, girl in finance, and then the artist, like, and yes, they now they support me a lot, but it was kind of tricky in that moment.
Girl,
it was hard.
Same. My mom was like, "Who's gonna buy this from you?" I'm like, "Oh my god, this is my side
Wait
hustle."
for it.
I know. And then she will see me at markets, like rain or shine or whatever, and through storms, and just trying to sell my little art projects. And she was like, "Poor you should not be doing that." I'm like, "I love it. Are you kidding me?" And my brother is an engineer and my sister is in finance.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
My sister from another mister.
I know. Oh my gosh, I loved it so much. I want to talk, obviously we talked about hiring your team and how important that is, not just for the sake of the founder, but for the whole experience for the clients, right? At the end, they care about a seamless experience. They care about people being happy and being genuine, which is what they get with your team. I want to talk to you about the founder packages that you mentioned, and I want to know what that is.
So basically what I do is I divide different packages so people know that one will be with my team and the other one will be me taking care of them. And the reason why I divided this is because I want to have also organize my schedule. It was so hard for me. It was extremely hard having everything and doing everything. So once I started offering the founder package, I started being able to have some days off. Because before it was working Monday through Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
So with that division and categories, also we'll know also who's going to be in charge of them. And it won't be any confusion there. Of course, my team will meet the same expectations that they will receive with me. But of course, they will know who's going to take care. I didn't want any confusion there. Yeah. I didn't want to believe that because they book through Bridal Pros, they will have me. So we are very intentional, and we're very clear when we send emails about it. So if they decided to go with me, it will be awesome. But if they decided to go with my team, awesome too. They're going to have the same great experience.
Yeah. And then earlier you mentioned that you have worked with some people like 9 years. You have worked with Javier like 5 years. So you have been with your team for a very long time.
Yes. One of my team members, I started with her actually in 2016. It's going to be 10 years.
Wow.
And it's so funny how I met her. I met her through Estee Lauder, and I did not speak English back then. So when I told her
10 years ago?
Yeah, 10 years ago. Yeah.
Your English is perfect.
Oh, thank you, friend. I was telling you this morning that, some days I feel like I fluent in English, or some days like I cannot even remember one word. But back then it was very hard for me. And I love her because I remember telling her my vision and what I wanted to do. And she was like, I'm going to go with you. She used to do just hair. And now she's one of our team leads doing makeup and hair. So it's so crazy to think about how we started. Yeah, it's been 10 years now with her, and the other ones 9, 8, and 7. All of them has a story with me. All of them has a different story behind also being an artist, and I love them so much.
Oh, I can tell. I mean, Javi's here with us today. I just said Javi, by the way. I don't know if you go by Javi or not, but Javier is here today. And I mean, the way you guys talk and interact, I mean, it's beautiful to watch. So good for you. Yeah.
Thank you, friend.
Yeah. If you are watching, can we just like take a look at Vero and like look at her glasses, look at what she's wearing. Every single time that I see you, you're like well put together. I love branding, by the way. And you are, oh my gosh, you're the brand, obviously. And you can tell by the way you dress.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. That's one thing that I wanted people to recognize from us. And you could totally tell that before we started offering and presenting ourselves with a different uniform, nobody did it. Nobody. And I love that we are the pioneers. Now you can see more people doing it because with all respect, they have copied us.
Girl, yeah.
I mean, we were the very first team that actually, realized that these are clients that are paying thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
They deserve the very best since the very beginning, not the professional wearing leggings. And with all respect, and it doesn't matter where she's getting married or where the client's getting ready. No, you respect the client, not the event,
I love that
or not the environment. Yeah. It's her. Yeah. So that's what I always encourage my team. So it doesn't matter where you're doing the service.
Yeah,
it's the person, and everybody deserves the very best.
I love that. Oh my God, Vicky. Don't you love that so much? Because we literally have these type of conversations all the time. I mean, you have to dress the part. If you're going to provide an excellent service, an excellent product, excellence comes from within. And you have to, when people see you, they have to just experience that just by looking at you, which it happens every single time that I see you.
Thank
truly.
you so much.
Yeah. I love it. Hey, I want to talk to you about makeup trials because a lot of people do them, but then a lot of people skip them. And I want your opinion of why you would encourage somebody to actually do it and not skip it.
We have so many emails, asking us for skip the trial, and we don't have that option. We don't even have that as an option. The trial goes because it's part of the package. And again, many people ask for that because other teams do it. In my experience, the reason why you shouldn't skip that is because it will give you peace for the wedding day. That's it. And every person is different. And sometimes you think that you know what you want, but then when you try it, it's not exactly what enhances your features. It's not exactly what is going to look the best with your environment, with the day of the time that you're getting married, maybe with your skin condition, maybe with even with the decoration around. Again, you are not an accessory, of course, the bride is not, but you have to look like you're part of the wedding, everything looks cohesive, and the bride's, it's a main character. So I think that the trial will help us to find what is the best, even with her personality, what is the best for time-wise as well, too, how long we will take on the wedding day. So we don't want to have any artists running because they need more time, or they don't need that much time too. So yes, all those details we go and we talk about during the trial. Yeah. It's not an exception. We don't even offer that, honestly. Even if we have some clients that they live abroad and sometimes they come here, or if we have a destination wedding where we don't meet in person before the wedding, we do the trials days before the wedding. Yeah. We have to.
That's brilliant. And obviously you learned that from experience.
Oh, totally. Yes.
Just so you know, our consultations, I was teaching or telling you earlier, you have 10 million ways to customize your piece in between backgrounds and design and frames and stuff like that. We used to give the option to skip or not. If the bride was comfortable just selecting something online, and this is what I want, everybody has to do it now. It's not optional, because I swear to God, every single time that we would had an issue, it was somebody who didn't have a consultation. Correct. And I'm like, no. This is such an heirloom piece that we want you to be so proud of. We want you to display. We want you to pass it down. You have to have a consultation. It is part of how we do business, period. And I think it's brilliant. And honestly, I mean, it's as you said, it gives you peace of mind, not only you, but the bride. Which is obviously, as you said, the most important part. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. You are constantly traveling. I feel like if you're not in Dallas, you're in New York. And if you're not in New York, you're in London. Tell me more about if you do destination and what you do for Estee Lauder too.
For Estee Lauder, I'm part of the education team worldwide.
Wow.
So I have pretty much 2 titles with the company. Worldwide, I teach the beauty advisors and the makeup artists, and we do different educational videos. And we also we did a campaign for the new double wear. The campaigns that we are the the models. Can you imagine that? When they told us now you're gonna do the videos, we thought we were gonna be working just in models, but we were actually in the campaign.
Really?
Yeah, you can watch them on Estee Lauder Instagram and social media, and they will be posting that.
Oh my God.
For the rest of the year. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So what we do pretty much is help the beauty advisors to get ready for everything that we have at the stores. And makeup wise, of course, application techniques and new products, what is on trend, what we should do, what we should say. And that's what I do globally and nationally too. Yes, it's amazing. And also for the national team, I go to different events and I represent the brand for with our partners. It could be dealers, Macy's, and other retailers when they do events, and I'm the featured artist.
Wow.
So it's awesome. Yeah, it's a great experience. And I also work with product development. So I tested products. Yes, I tested products and I sent them the feedback, something that I feel that it will work for us. Estee Lauder, it's a huge corporation. It's a big company. So maybe it cannot work for us. Maybe it can work for other of our sister brands. So it's up to them. But that's what I do next to other artists doing.
That's incredible. I mean, obviously I knew what you were doing to a degree, but just like listening to everything you're involved with, and you go to WIPA events all the time and other networking events as well. And then you were offering your services multiple times per year. Like, oh my gosh, you're incredible.
Busy.
Yeah.
I love being busy. And I love my job. Sometimes I don't feel like it's my job. That's the reason why I love to have a manager, because if she's the one who managed my schedule, my invoices, my contracts, and everything else, right? I would do it for free. Like in some point of my career, I had to decide, somebody have to manage me, because if not, I would do this for free, because I enjoyed so much. I don't care if I have to, let me just stay another 2 hours. And my manager always like, no.
Yeah.
Leave. Now you have to okay, I get it.
I have the same issue. In fact, I am the worst customer service person, because I literally want to give things for free, especially when it comes to memorials. I'm like, I'll just do it for free. Like, oh my God, I just feel so touched by their stories. And I'm like, so now I run everything by her. Like, should we do this for free? And she's like, nope. No, I'm like, okay.
It's a business. Yes. At the end of the day, it's a business. Yes.
I know. I mean, every once in a while we will, with like the Mystic Moms, like the floods that happened last year on July 4th. Yes. So we work with different families and we did that for free. Like we just wanted to give back, Yes. But not everything can be for free, for sure.
No, yeah. At the end of the day, it's a business. Of course, we're flexible, but I love, and as you said too, we love our job so much that we have to be careful on that, fine line where we can be flexible, but also take care of our business.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah. And you were saying also for the destination weddings too?
Oh, yes. Yes. Sorry, I totally changed the topic. Yes, destination weddings.
Because I was thinking, it's so funny, because in one way I have the education part, and the other side I have the clientele part, traveling, and it's so different, because with the education part, we have a schedule. I'm in front of people teaching, but then with the wedding industry, I have to be careful about my makeup kit. I have to be careful about that, to have everything that I need. So sometimes I would say that I enjoy it when it's just the bride, but sometimes when it's the huge bridal party, it's like, okay, I need to be very careful about what I pack, what I do, because also you don't know the different airports, you don't know the different regulations in different places. If you can have your makeup kit on your carry on, or you have to check in. So it's a little bit challenging, it could be, but it's also fun.
Yeah, I bet we love a challenge.
Yeah, we love. I definitely love it. That's not something that will stop me at all.
I know. I'm like, why are we like that? Like, we just whenever we're comfortable, we're like, okay, what else can get us uncomfortable?
Yes, we set the bar higher.
I know. I love it though. Love it. So for brides, going back to brides, but for brides that are in between modern and timeless, or like trends, what would you tell them? Like, I feel like a lot of times they see something on Pinterest and they want to like capture the same vibe, but that's not necessarily them. How do you guide them through what kind of style they should go with?
I ask a lot of questions, and my questions are very intentional, and not just regarding their beauty routine. And maybe this could be very interesting for some makeup artists if somebody is listening, because I feel that the personality have to it will help you to make a decision between modern and timeless. If we have somebody that is willing to travel, somebody that have this outgoing personality, usually they are willing also to try new things and to go with the more modern, look. But if they are more, even their personality is more soft and they like the classic things, so we play more with the timeless. And there are some clients that we have to do something in between. But the key is ask as many questions as you can.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what you want to do is work around her features and also work around her personality and something that makes her feel herself in the best way.
Yeah. When I was looking for wedding gowns, I was looking for a lot of like textures and like flowers and 3D flowers, and I tried the most amazing dresses, and then somebody told me like, you don't have any patterns in your closet, like you literally wear black all the time, like why are you looking to be like this thing that
when
you're
that's
not
who you are.
And I'm
yes.
like, that is why I have not found the dress, because I'm looking for something that, I mean, obviously I do flowers for a living, right? But it's not me. And so like, you should see my wedding dress. It was like the most simple thing ever, but I loved it. And
timeless.
It was like, yes, thank you. Not simple.
Not
timeless.
simple. Timeless.
But it was so me. I mean, I would, my gosh, loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. See.
But I had to have somebody tell me that before I understood it. I was like, well, I just love seeing these dresses online, you know what I mean? So I would love them on me, probably. I don't know.
Correct. I try not to say a no for a client, just that we're going to figure it out together, because sometimes it's you feel bad when everybody's telling, no, that's not for you. It's not, and that's something that you want to. Yeah. So I recommend them to, during the trial, that's why the trial is so important. It's like, okay, let's do something maybe in between, something that you can have some fun, but at the same time, feel yourself. And during the process, I even, even on the trials and the consultation, I have them in front of the mirror. I know this is something very tricky for makeup artists too. They're like, don't look at it, don't look at the process, just wait until some makeup artists, they don't like it. They prefer people not to be looking at their mirror all the time. But I like them to be in front of the mirror to see what we are doing, what I'm doing, so they can understand the reason what I'm doing. I even explain them what I'm doing.
I love that. One of, if not the only wedding regret that I have, and I actually said this on the podcast before, is not looking at myself in the mirror after my makeup and after I had the dress on, and after my makeup and hair was done. I didn't see myself. Isn't that insane? Because obviously whenever we go out, like we know what we look like. We want to make sure that we know how we look like. We want to make sure that we're like confident in our skin, and I didn't get that.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that you basically have a mirror for them to see themselves.
At least for a trial, during the wedding days, sometimes it can be difficult because you don't know the location that they're getting ready.
Yeah.
Most of the wedding venues, they do have mirrors, but sometimes the space is so tight that you have to accommodate around it. But yeah, during the trial, we always have a mirror in front of them. I want them to see, because we are working for them. Okay? Yeah. And that's something that I always encourage my team members. Forget about what you have in mind. Learn about the person. Ask questions to learn about the person, what she likes, because from there, you will be able to deliver the best for her, not what is on trend.
I love that. Hey, Vero, is there a piece of advice that you want to give somebody who's looking for a makeup artist for their wedding day?
Yeah, well, always look for somebody that can be able to do either soft glam or full glam. And the reason why I encourage that to the brides is because you don't know what you're going to feel at the end. It's not a rule. Some people know exactly what they want, and then when they try it, it's not exactly how they envision themselves for their wedding day.
Yeah.
So if you have an artist able to do both, they can switch. But if you just become artist based on a solid style, it will be very hard, and probably you're gonna be heartbroken on that. So I would say that that's the biggest advice that I could tell them. Somebody flexible, and also somebody with a good personality.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be around that person on your big day for 3-4 hours.
It's gonna set the tone, honestly, because you're like the first vendor that they're gonna be seeing.
Yeah. And also find somebody that makes you feel the most important person, not them.
I love that.
Mhm.
Thank you so much. Where can people find you, connect with you, and hire you to do their wedding day makeup and
We are
hair?
always just click away. They can find us on bridalprosbeauty.com. Fill out the form. We also have our phone number there. If you need assistance quick, you can always text, send us a text message or social media too. We are on all the social platforms as Styles by Vero, the Bridal Pros as well. And yes, reach out to us and we'll be more than happy to assist you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, amiga. This was so fun.
Oh, thank you, amiga.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.